New idea? JustProfessor here. Your brain measures time by what you remember, not by what actually happened. You sit through something boring, a meeting, a lecture, a waiting room, and every minute feels like an hour. You keep checking the clock. Time crawls, it drags, it feels like it will never end. But then you do something fun, something engaging, something you enjoy, and hours disappear. You look up and suddenly it is over. You think, where did the time go? And you feel like you got cheated. Like time moved differently. And here is the thing, it did, not actually, but in your mind. Because your brain does not experience time the way clocks measure it. Your brain experiences time based on how much you remember, and boring moments create few memories. So they feel short when you look back, but while you are in them, they feel endless. And exciting moments create lots of memories. So they feel long when you look back, but while you are in them, they feel instant. Your perception of time has nothing to do with actual time, and that distortion is making you miserable. This is called time dilation bias. And it is why your life feels like it is speeding up. Here is how it works. When you are experiencing something, time feels slow if you are paying attention to it. If you are bored, you notice every second. You feel every minute. Because you have nothing else to focus on. So your brain tracks time obsessively, and that makes time feel longer. But when you are engaged, when you are busy, when you are having fun, you stop noticing time. Your attention is elsewhere. And when you do not notice time, it passes quickly. So boring things feel long in the moment. And fun things feel short in the moment. But when you remember them later, it flips. Boring things feel short in memory because you barely remember them. And fun things feel long in memory because you remember lots of details. So time feels slow when you want it fast. And fast when you want it slow. This is why time dilation bias is so frustrating. It makes your experience of time completely backwards from what you want. You want boring things to go fast. But they go slow. You want fun things to last, but they fly by. And you cannot control it, because your brain is not measuring time accurately. It is measuring attention and memory. And those are terrible ways to measure time. Most people think time is constant. That an hour is an hour. That time moves the same for everyone. But it does not. Time is subjective. Your experience of it changes based on what you are doing, based on how you feel, based on what you remember. And that subjectivity makes you feel like time is playing tricks on you. Like it is moving too fast when you need it slow. And too slow when you need it fast, and you are right. It is because your brain is bad at tracking time. Think about what happens as you get older. When you were a kid, summers felt endless. A year felt like forever. Time moves slowly, but now? Years disappear. Decades blur together. Time feels like it is speeding up. And you think that is just what happens. That time naturally accelerates as you age, but it does not. Time moves the same. What changed is how you experience it. When you were a kid, everything was new. Every day had new experiences, new memories. Lots to remember, so when you looked back it felt long. But now? Most days are the same routine, same activities, same experiences. So you create fewer new memories. And when you look back it feels short, because your brain measures time by memory. And fewer memories equal less time. So your life feels like it is speeding up, not because time changed, but because you stopped creating memorable moments. Or think about vacations. You go somewhere new. You explore, you see things, you do things. And while you are there, the days feel short, they fly by. You think, we have been here a week already, but then you get home. And when you think back on the trip, it feels long, like you were gone forever. Like you did so much. That is time dilation bias. In the moment, you were so engaged that time disappeared. But in memory, you have so many moments that it feels extended. Your brain created lots of memories. So the time feels longer in retrospect. But the opposite happens with your normal routine. Your normal days feel long while you are in them. Because they drag. Because they are boring. But when you look back at the week, it feels short. Because you barely remember anything. All the days blurred together, so your brain compressed them into nothing. This is what time dilation bias does. It makes your perception of time completely dependent on your experience. And your experience depends on what you are doing. And what you are doing is usually routine, predictable, unmemorable, so time feels like it is accelerating. Not because you are running out of time, but because you stop filling time with things worth remembering. Now think about how this affects your decisions. You avoid doing hard things because hard things feel long in the moment. You avoid discomfort because discomfort makes time drag. So you choose easy. You choose comfortable. You choose routine. And routine makes time disappear. Not in a good way, in a forgettable way. You reach the end of the year and you think, what did I even do? Where did the time go? And you cannot answer. Because you did not create memorable experiences, you just repeated the same day over and over. And your brain compressed all of that into a blur. So you feel like you lost time. But you did not lose it. You just did not use it in a way that made it feel real. Or think about how you spend your free time. You scroll, you watch, you consume, and while you do it, time disappears. Hours vanish. You think, I will just check this for a minute. And suddenly it has been 3 hours. But when you try to remember what you did, you cannot. It all blurs together. So those 3 hours feel like nothing, like they never happened. You got the experience of time passing quickly. But you did not get the memory of having lived through it. So you lost the time twice. Once in the moment because it disappeared. And once in memory because you have nothing to show for it. This is the trap. Time dilation bias makes you choose experiences that feel fast in the moment but short in memory. And that combination makes your life feel like it is disappearing. You are not living slowly and remembering richly. You are living quickly and remembering nothing. And that is why time feels like it is speeding up. Because you are not filling it with moments that stick. This means time dilation bias is not about time. It is about attention and memory. If you pay attention to time, it feels slow. If you ignore time, it feels fast. If you create memories, time feels long in retrospect. If you do not create memories, time feels short in retrospect. So if you want time to feel fuller, you need to live in a way that creates memories. Not just any memories, rich memories, varied memories, new memories, because those are what make time feel real. Make it feel substantial. Make it feel like you actually lived it instead of just passing through it. So here's what you need to understand. You cannot slow down time, but you can change how you experience it. You can stop living on autopilot. Stop repeating the same routines. Stop choosing comfort over experience. And start doing things that create memories. Things that are new. Things that are challenging. Things that make you pay attention. Because when you pay attention and create memories, time feels different. It does not feel like it is disappearing. It feels like it is accumulating. Like you are building a life instead of watching it pass by. Stop blaming time for speeding up. Time is not the problem. The problem is how you are spending it. If you fill your days with the same routines, the same screens, the same comfort, time will feel like it is vanishing. But if you fill your days with experiences worth remembering, time will feel rich, full, real. Not because you slowed it down, but because you made it count. Time dilation bias tells you that time is speeding up, but it is not. You are just forgetting to live, and when you forget to live, time disappears. So start living in a way that creates memories. And watch how time starts to feel like it belongs to you again. Subscribe if you want to stop losing time to things you will not remember.